Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of the pineapple crochet hat. So in part 2, we are going to start on the shell portion of the hat. So we're going to complete this part right here. And in part 1, we have already done the top of the hat or the circle. So I am still switching yarns every 2 rows. So we are not going to switch yarns this time, and we're going to go on to round 6 is where this starts. So for round 6, we're going to skip this first stitch. Let me see if I can zoom in some more. There we go. Skip this first stitch and skip this second one, and we're going to work 5 double crochets into this third stitch from the hook right here. So skip the first one, the second one, and in this third one right here, work 5 double crochets. Alright, and then you're going to skip 2 more stitches, so 1, 2, and in the third stitch, you're going to work a single crochet. And that's what we're going to be repeating around. So, starting out again, we're going to go to the third stitch from hook, 1, 2, and you're going to work 5 double crochets. And then skip 1, 2, and work a single crochet. As I said before, I ran out of yellow worsted weight wool yarn, so I am using fingering yarn held double. So that's why you may see 2 strands right here. If you're using worsted weight yarn, like you should be, you'll just have 1 strand, but it works up the same way. I'm just holding 2 together. So do 5 double crochets. Skip 2 stitches and do a single crochet. Skip 2 stitches. Do 5 double crochets, and this is the shells pattern that we're starting here that kind of forms a little bit of the pineapple motif. Let me know if you guys want me to do a tutorial on the adult version of this hat. I would really love to. I have to make one to test out the pattern. I made the toddler size version and then wrote an adult size version based on that, so I need to test it to see if it works. So you're just going to keep going around, skipping 2, single crochet, skip 2, 5 double crochets. And you should see your hat start to curve inward, forming the hat shape instead of a circle. because we have stopped increasing. Skip 2. If you guys make this, I would love to see a picture. I don't know if you know about Ravelry, but it's like a knitting, crochet, fiber art community, and you can make a password and a username and post pictures of your work and tag them under the patterns that you make, so I can see the pictures and everything. I love seeing all the different ways you guys like use my patterns, because some people will use it just as a base and then make up their total completely own thing, and it's really interesting to see my design and your creative process. Some people have even taken, you know, like bought a design from me or downloaded one of my free ones and then made something like 100 times cooler, and it's always, I don't know, it just makes me happy. I really want to design a crochet shawl, like a wrap or something, but every time I try, it just ends up not working or being way too much math. I don't know why there's math in crochet, but it makes everything hard. I'm not very good at math. My husband is an engineer, and he is very good at math, so usually I'll ask him like my crochet math questions. He works as a computer programmer. He's an electrical engineer, but he works in computer programming, and he programs, I'm not sure if it's for all areas or just our area, but the ambulance and police radios, he programs them so that they're encrypted, and works on, like, I don't know. I just know that that's something to do with what he does. I am not an engineer. I took trigonometry, was the highest level of math that I ever took, and I believe he was talking about calculus 4 the other day. He loves math, and he's good at it. And I think I could probably take Calc 4 too. I mean, I have to take all the other classes first, but I just was an English major and never did. Engineering sounds complicated and hard. I'm lucky to have a good husband that understands it. Okay, so when you get back to the beginning, you're still going to skip 2 and then single crochet into that end stitch. Okay, now I'm going to switch colors. So for round 7, I'm going to slip stitch up to this middle shell right here on this little half circle piece. So 1, 2, 3. And after slip stitching, this is where I'm going to switch colors. I have this written in the pattern. Okay, so now we're going to go on to round 7, where we're going to work the shells in between each of the previous shells. So you're going to be working the shell into the single crochet and then a single crochet into the top of every shell. We're going to start off with that single crochet. So I'm going to be switching back to this color yarn. So what I'm going to do is chain 1 with the new color. You can kind of pull on the old one to make it sink down. And then into the top of that shell where I slip stitched, I'm going to do a single crochet. See that? And then I'm going to, into this single crochet down here, I'm going to do 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to skip 2 stitches, and in that middle double crochet of the next shell, I'm going to do a single crochet. So I'm just working the shells in between into the previous row single crochet, and then a single crochet in the top of the next shell. So now I'm going to do 5 double crochets into this single crochet here. And then I'm going to skip and do a single crochet. And just keep repeating that around. So do the shells and the single crochet, 5 of them, double crochets, 5 double crochets to make 1 shell, and then do a single crochet in the top of your previous shell. I should mention that you should have 10 shells on each row. And if you do want to know, you can leave out this last decrease and start your shells here for a newborn or infant hat, and you'll have 8 shells. It'll work, the math works out just fine. I should probably make a little infant one for my new baby. We can all match with pineapple hats. My husband will be so thrilled. It'd be cute to get a little matching picture, a mommy and me hat with my son and with my daughter. My son's name is Reuben, and we named him after the Reuben in the Bible. We really liked the name, but I tell everyone I named him after a sandwich, because, I don't know, it's really silly. My name is Carolyn, and I'm named after my grandmother who died this past year. Or maybe it was the very beginning of the year. It was really hard on my mom. I had only met my grandmother 2 or 3 times, so I didn't know her very well. But it was hard seeing my mom go through that. I can't imagine losing my mom, but I mean, everyone dies, and then it's a hard thing to go through, that part of life. The life, knowing that once something comes into the world, it's going to leave it one day. Anyway, I'm probably getting too philosophical for a crochet tutorial, so I will say something funny. I might have said this before in a video, I don't remember, but my mother-in-law, when I was pregnant with my son Reuben, was adamant that I name him something out of the Bible, and that really confused me because she named her son Brian, which is not in the Bible. But my husband and I picked a name that we both liked, and in the end I ended up liking it a lot more than I did in the beginning, because I'm kind of a hippie, or I guess I'm more of a natural mama, or I don't really know what the term is for it, but I like names like Sage and Wilder and stuff, and my husband really only likes very mainstream names that have been around for a while, or names that a lot of other people have. I'm not quite sure, I guess everyone's different, but we both he liked Reuben because it's not one of those new names, and he liked it because I liked it because I don't really know many Reubens. So it had the unique aspect for me, yet it was an established name. So my husband liked it, so it was a win-win. And my son's middle name is Alexander. All right, so when you get back to the beginning, you're going to single crochet, or you can slip stitch actually. Slip stitch into the top of this first single crochet. So we're going to repeat round 7 more times, and just for the sake of brevity, I'm only going to show it to you 2 more times. I'm going to show you 1 more round with the same color, and then how to switch colors again. So we're going to start round 7 again. We're going to slip stitch up to the top of this middle double crochet right there, and then right here is where we'd switch colors if we need to, but we don't need to, so I'm just going to chain 1 and single crochet into that top of that stitch, and this is where we'll slip stitch into when we get back around. And then we're going to do that same thing again, where we do 5 double crochets, or the shell stitch, into that single crochet. And then we'll skip 2 stitches, and in the top of that next shell, in that very middle stitch, the double crochet, the 3rd one, we're going to do, oops, I did a single crochet. And then we're just going to repeat that around again. So 5 double crochets, skip 2 stitches, in the top of that very middle shell, do a single crochet. I made my son a Christmas stocking this year, and I need to make a tutorial and a pattern for that, but I need to post it in Christmas time because no one's gonna make a stocking in the middle of November. I mean, it's not November, January. A whole year before Christmas comes again. Which is why I'm glad that YouTube allows you to schedule videos, because I could make it and schedule it way far in advance. I believe this video will be scheduled for February. So I can get a little bit ahead, so when I give birth to my daughter sometime this month, I won't have to worry about having an empty YouTube channel. As a stay-at-home mom, this is my only source of, I guess, relaxation and self-care and creativity, a creative outlet. This is my creative outlet. This is how I relax as an extreme. I'm a very extreme extrovert, so as a stay-at-home mom with a toddler, and I'm very pregnant, and I've been battling a lot of nausea in this 3rd trimester, which is really weird because usually you have nausea in like the 1st trimester, unless you, some women will have it the whole time. But I had it in the 1st trimester and now in the 3rd trimester. I don't really want to go anywhere. It's super cold outside. All week it's been below 20 degrees. So I don't want to go anywhere. And YouTube really provides a creative outlet for me, and it is nice that you can earn a little bit of income. And I don't earn a lot of money on YouTube. Last year I earned $400 completely the entire year. So I'm not making like the big bucks or anything, and I don't mind that. I do this because I love it. I love creating things, and it's like it's in my blood or something. It makes me so happy, and I look forward to it. It helps me get through my chores and changing diapers, just looking forward to creating a video and interacting with you guys and making things, and it makes me, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's the extrovert in me, or maybe it's just something I need or love doing, or I also love watching YouTube videos. I watch a lot of YouTube videos when my son naps and I'm just relaxing. I know when the new baby comes, I will watch videos. When I'm nursing, here's my last and 10th shell. Oops. And that double crochet. And then I'm going to do a slip stitch into the very top of that single crochet. And there's the first repeat of round 7, so we still have 6 more repeats to go. And I'm just going to show you how to change colors and how to start the next round, and then I'll see you back for the leaf portion, which will be part 3. So I'm going to slip stitch up to this third shell, cut my yarn, switching to the orange color. Where did I put it? I hope I have enough, because I'm playing yarn chicken. I should have enough. Alright, and then we're going to start out with the new color by chaining 1 and doing a single crochet in that same stitch. Oops. And the single crochet is where you will slip stitch, and I always pull. You can't really see what I'm doing, can I? I always pull on this. So chain 1, single crochet. And then we're gonna just do that same repeat again. So we're gonna do 5 double crochets into that single crochet. Skip 2 and then single crochet, and repeat this around. And you're going to repeat round 7 for a total of 7 times, and you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows of shells when you're done with your 3T and 2T hat. And I will see you in the next pattern, and I will see you guys in part 3, where we're going to work on making the leaves and attaching them to the top of your pineapple hat. We're almost done.